This tutorial will help you set up the Digital Tutor once you have installed it on your computer. First of all, we need to install any lessons you have purchased. The Digital Tutor application file is TheDigitalTutor.exe. You start the Digital Tutor by opening this file. Your initial program installation includes the catalog files used to provide you with information about the lessons, the music files needed for family worship, and a lessons folder with the support files the application needs to run lessons. However, the only lesson that is actually included is this tutorial, Getting Started. Once the application is installed and working, now you must install your lessons. Each lesson is contained in a folder, and the folder name is the name of the lesson. These folders must be installed in the Lessons folder of the Digital Tutor.
There are two ways to load the Digital Tutor lessons. The fastest way, and the only way to get all of the more than 350 available lessons, is to purchase them on physical media, such as a USB drive. If you purchased the Digital Tutor on physical media, then follow the written instructions that came with your shipment. If you downloaded the Digital Tutor to your computer, then let's look at how to download the lessons that are available to you. Once this tutorial has finished, close the video player window by clicking the X in the upper right-hand corner. Then the Download Lessons window will appear. If your computer is connected to the internet, then the program will check to see which lessons are available to you but have not been downloaded. It will then begin downloading the first lesson. As long as you leave this window open, the Downloading Lessons window, then the program will download all of your available lessons, one lesson at a time. Now, the total storage size of the entire lessons library is 42 gigabytes, but only about half of those lessons are available for download. So, still, you're talking about probably about 20 gigabytes worth of lessons, and it's going to take a long time to download. So you need to leave this download window, the orange window, up, and it's going to take several days to get all of the lessons downloaded. Once again, by far the fastest way to install the lessons is to purchase them on a flash drive. Then the entire library of lessons can be loaded on your hard drive in just a matter of minutes. Now, if you need to close the program, then the next time you open it, it will begin the download process again where it left off. Now, if you decide that you do not want the program to automatically download lessons, then you can turn that off, and let me show you how to do that. You will log in, and we're going to log in as father, because the father is the one who is the supervisor. He's the one responsible for the education of the children. So you log in as father. The program comes with no password. If you need a password, you can go into the Setup Users menu and you can set up a password for father. But right now, father has no password. You click OK. And we're going to go into Management. So we'll go into Management here, and we'll go to Program Management. And notice here it says Auto Download. Check this box if you want the Digital Tutor to automatically download all of your purchased lessons if there is an internet connection. Now, the default mode for this is that box is checked so that it will automatically download your lessons for you. However, if you do not want it to automatically download lessons, you just uncheck that box and it will stop downloading lessons. Now, while we're waiting for all these lessons to download, let's take a look at how easy it is to use the Digital Tutor. Now, the Digital Tutor software gives you complete control over your student's education. You can choose what level of automation to use. For example, you can go into student management, and you can design the course groups. You can decide what course groups you're going to use, the course group rotations, all of this. You can set all of that up yourself. You can go in and create your own courses if you want, or you can select courses to put in your student's course group. And you can just build a lesson plan from scratch with individual lessons. So you can do as much as you want. However, the easiest way for your student to get all of the courses and to do all of the lessons is to let the auto tutor do it for you. So we're going to show you how easy that is to set up the auto tutor. Let's click Management, and we'll go to Student Management, and let's click on the New Student Wizard. The New Student Wizard. Okay, for our student, we need a login. This is what the student's going to. This is how the student is going to log in when he goes into the program, and this will provide him with his personalized lesson plan. So let's say that your student is Judy. Okay, so student is Judy. Now we'll click Next. If you want to, you can put in the other information about Judy. We'll say Judy Smith. And date of birth, if you wish. If you want the program to keep up with Judy's date of birth, you can do that. 2007. Now, here's where we get into the meat of setting up the student. Do you want this student's lesson plans to be automatically generated by the auto tutor? We're going to say yes. Yes, let's let the auto tutor manage the lesson plans. So we click Next. Now we need to know about diagnostic testing. The digital tutor needs to know where to begin this student in the curriculum. You can select one of two methods. Allow the digital tutor to implement diagnostic testing to determine the entry-level courses for the student, or you can manually set up the course group rotation yourself and load the courses for the student manually. We don't want to do it manually. Let's just let the digital tutor do diagnostic testing. So we'll leave that box checked and go Next. Now, where do you want to begin diagnostic testing? At what level? For math. Okay, now in actuality, because we're working on math courses and we're only up through about the second grade, and of course as soon as we get this test version completely tested and get it out there, then we hope to be recruiting more math teachers to bring lessons in. But right now we're just simply going to leave this at addition and subtraction and start at the very beginning. However, as we get more lessons in, if you say, well, my student already knows how to add and subtract very well, you can uncheck that box and go to multiplication and division. Or if you say, no, they're beyond that, you can uncheck that box, and the diagnostic testing will start at the junior high school level. But right now, we're going to select both of these boxes and do diagnostic testing beginning with first grade math. So we'll go Next. Now, where to begin diagnostic testing for the other subjects? Does your student need to learn how to read? Does he need phonics training? If not, you can deselect that box and it will start diagnostic testing with the basically like second grade material, elementary education. If you say, no, this student is definitely, above the elementary grades, then you would deselect that box and it will start diagnostic testing at the junior high school level. However, for Judy, we're going to say Judy is, she's just starting out. She needs to learn to read. So we're going to select both of those boxes and click Next. Now here's where we validate the information for Judy. Here's her login, name, birthday. We're going to use Auto Tutor, and we're going to let the program do diagnostic testing. So you click Next to validate that information, and that's it. Judy is now set up. So you say, well, so what do you do now? Well, you log out, and Judy logs in. So your student clicks on Judy, And right now, of course, Judy will have no password. But if you want to, if you have several students who are using the same computer and you need a password, no problem. You can go into the Setup Users menu and give your students passwords. But right now, there's no password. We click OK. And here is what she is capable of doing. She can do a competition or she can begin her lesson. So if she clicks on Begin Lesson, then what it's going to do is start off with the index lesson for the first Learning to Read course. Now, the first Learning to Read course has 17 lessons, and there are 2 index lessons. What that means is that these are key lessons that the test will demonstrate that she has mastered the material in this course. So it's going to give her these lessons. The first one is it will give her the test for Lesson 8. If she passes that, then it will skip to 17 and it will give her the test on 17. If she can pass both of those diagnostic tests, then she does not need the course and it will skip Course 1 and move on to Course 2. So she's going to click OK and she's going to start the test. Now, if she fails the test, then it will say, okay, she needs this course, and it will go back to lesson number 1 of the course and start there and just work through that course. Now, we're going to click OK because we're going to show you what's going to happen the first time you do this. Notice it says that this Learning to Read Lesson 8 does not exist. If you are waiting for it to download, check back later. And so, the first time that you download the program, there are not going to be any lessons loaded. So you're going to have to leave the program running for several days to get all the lessons downloaded so that you can so that your students can then begin doing the courses. Once again, if you want all of the lessons and you want them fast, then you can order them on a flash drive, and then you get all 300 and some odd lessons, and you can just download them very quickly from the flash drive onto your computer. Now, let's talk about how you can determine what your student has been doing. At any time that you can walk up to the computer and you can hit the F3 key. Notice it says right here, press the F3 key to view the daily record for a student. So let's press the F3 key, and notice here we have a daily record that comes up. Now you can change the date for the records. You can choose a different student, whoever you want to choose, update the new parameters, and of course right now there's nothing here. But if the student had worked, then this daily record would show all of the activity for that student for the day. Now this exam record here, if we click on exam record, this gives us a record of everything that the student, all of the exams the student has taken, along with their score and the date. Now this button here is a transcript, and once again, of course, nothing has been done, but you can set the start date here, and then if the student had accomplished anything, then it would put the subject, your course name, your score, how many minutes of instruction in this subject, and give you a report card or a transcript. Now, there are many other features, more than we can certainly talk about right now, but let's just go over some of the main ones. If we sign in as father, we can go to family worship. Family worship is designed to help families do worship every day with instruction in catechism, prayer, thanksgiving, singing, and of course the singing includes an entire a whole list of songs here that you can play with or without the vocals to sing for your family worship. And then there's the Choose Lesson menu, which enables you to simply go in and choose a lesson, and you can you open the lessons, and so for example, if you wanted to view this tutorial again, you'd simply go in here and click on the tutorial and open it up, and it would play the tutorial for you. Then you have the competition feature, which is really cool. You go in and you build a competition that includes your contestants, what lessons you're going to use for this competition, how many rounds, and all the how many computers you're going to use. This program will do a full-blown professional competition with multiple computers and 1,000 contestants, and it'll automate it for you. There's also in the competition there's a very interesting parlor game called Apples of Gold that you play with 2 different teams, and it's a real cool game that you can play when you have friends over at the house to test your Bible knowledge. Then, of course, we've already looked at management. You've got school management, where you can put the information pertains to your school. The student management, where you can manage the students, and the program management. Then there's a setup users. This is where you modify the user accounts, and there's more information that you can read about or watch tutorials about. And then there's a create lesson, which if you want to learn how to become a lesson creator for the Homeschool Advantage and create lessons to be included in the course and earn royalties, then you can learn how to create lessons, include them in the program, and earn royalties for that. So now that's pretty much it for the test. You will close up this tutorial. You'll let the program download the lessons, set up your students using the new student wizard, and then once you've set up the new students, you will have them, and of course you've got to wait until the lessons download, but then you'll have your student log in and monitor their progress during diagnostic testing until they hit an area where they need to begin their lessons, and then the computer will carry them through. Now, your test is very important to us, so your input, we need your input. So if you find a problem, if you find a bug, if something doesn't seem to work properly, if you just need some help, give us a call, 678-570-2195, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for helping us get the Digital Tutor ready to go.